Great shot. Hi folks, and welcome to this week's show, The Real Deal. This week's show is a continuation of last week's show about setting goals, setting dreams, and then going for them. In last week's show, we watched Seth Baker from the state of Pennsylvania reach one of his goals as he harvested a bear doing sign language for the deaf and imperiled. We also watched me as I was in pursuit of my Pope and Young class black bear. Well, this week is a continuation of that show last week. Will I have an opportunity to harvest my black bear? Will Bruce Hooper from New York have an opportunity to meet one of his goals, and that is to harvest the largest black bear that he's ever taken? Well, sit back and watch, and you're going to find out if those goals come true. We are back to New Brunswick, Canada for a fall bear hunt. I have a good friend and a fellow Mossy Oak Pro staffer with me, Bruce Hooper from Team Hooper. I met Bruce a few years ago when we were hunting in Drop Time Outfitters in Iowa. And the thing about this trip is I flew into Boston last night. Bruce picked me up at the airport. We stayed in a little town called Lincoln last night and drove on into camp. And one of the things that you want to make sure that you do, especially on any hunt, Bruce, I know that you've probably experienced it as well, is when you're driving in a truck. Bruce picked me up at the Boston airport and I flew into there, but there's always that possibility of your bow coming out of time or things vibrate off. So what we're doing now is we're getting ready for our evening fall hunt, and you always want to take a couple shots to make sure that your bow is on. So Bruce, with Team Hooper, you fired up and ready to let her ready.
Yeah, one of the things to tag on to that is I did take my bow out of the case, and I noticed that the sight mounts were loose. And I just got done tightening them up, and I'm the guy who's going to be telling you that, oh, there's nothing loose in my bow.
Right. Well, the thing about it is that I've learned over the years is, especially in a truck, the vibration in the bed of a truck is so bad that it can really cause a lot of stuff to go loose. And so, we're out here at Keith Betts Kelly Lodge for a fall hunt, and Keith called me and told me that he has a couple of really nice bears that here. My goal is to harvest a Pope and Young class bear. It's just something that I've always wanted to do. I've come close many a time. I seen a really good bear here in June. I had a group up from Maryland and Pennsylvania and all over. Seth Baker, as you've seen just a few moments ago, Seth harvested a really good bear. And one of your goals is to harvest a Pope and Young bear. So that's what we're here to attempt to do. There's nothing wrong with harvesting a bear that's a little bit smaller. If that's what you have set in your mind to do, then so be it. But one of Bruce's goals and one of my goals that we have set for ourselves is to harvest a Pope and Young class black bear. So we're going to shoot our bows, we're going to enjoy the Miramichi River, and we're going to head to the woods in the wilderness of New Brunswick, Canada. Brought to you by Scorpion Venom. Put a sting in your string. Scorpion Venom, lubricants and coatings, bowstring wax, anti-venom bowstring cleaner, biscuit spray, cam and serving lube, target air release fluid, bowstring fluid and wax, crossbow rail lube. These innovative products are easy to use and apply. Protects your string and cables by reducing friction between the string strands and does not become brittle in cold weather. Also waterproof and odor-free. Visit ScorpionVenomArchery.com. Brought to you by Square Up. Coach on your bow.
I seen a really big bear in June, and I just couldn't make a good ethical shot on it, so I'm back. I know there's a lot of bear in this area, but there's one really big one, so that's the one we're gonna hold out for. These bears came in right at dark last night, so we decided to come in and spend a long set today. And Keith got a big moose head down there with some beavers today. In the fall, a bear's moving more regularly and more often because he's feeding up for the winter. That's the third bear we've seen so far, and all three of them have been boars. So, and I've only been in the tree for about an hour. It's still early. Still got 4 hours to go. There's a real big boar in here. That bear there just took off quick, and I know he didn't smell me because the winds hit me in the face. He looked out into this clear cut and took off. So I'm kind of hoping that big one's coming, but that one there you can tell is completely different. He had that a big white V on him. We'll see what happens. It's been a great night so far, so can't really ask for anything else.
You wait for it all year long. That one moment. That one chance. That one shot. Don't let this be you. Introducing the evolution of archery accuracy, the revolutionary Square Up. Square Up gives you better accuracy instantly from the moment you put it on your bow. Just put your pins on the target, look through the Square Up sight window. If your bow is torqued left or right, you'll see it in real time and fix a bad shot before it happens.
There's no learning curve. You put this on and you're shooting through the center position and you're holding on, I like to call the sweet spot. There's one place on the bow where the knock travel is efficient and straightforward. You find that spot, you set your Square Up over it, and you're shooting on that spot every time.
Been shooting for 22 years and thought I was doing everything right. And come to find out, every time I drew that bow, it was twisting just a little bit.
And when that pin floats back and forth, when you move that riser, there's no way to perceive it. With this product on the bow, you see it immediately. It's real time.
The Square Up is easy to install and fits nearly every bow. The result, you'll instantly shoot tighter groups than ever before. How tight? How about too tight? That's called a Robin Hood.
At 20 yards, made a really nice tight pattern. Went to 30 yards, and within 20 arrows, I had 2 Robin Hoods, and I've never had a Robin Hood before, so it was pretty awesome.
I've been shooting since I was about 12 years old. Never Robin Hood an arrow until we put the Square Up on the bow.
Now when I shoot at targets, I literally have to keep my arrows apart so I don't, what they call Robin Hood them or hurt my fletchings.
I've had testimonials from guys 50 years old, 60 years old, put it on the bow, immediately shot a Robin Hood within the first few arrows. And when that happens, they say, well, I never shot a Robin Hood, I've been shooting since I was a kid. Because they never had a reference, they never learned how to hold the bow properly. And now this is providing a grip. If the grip is not proper, the bow is moved in your hand torqued. They see it, they correct it, and they're shooting off that sweet spot, which makes the bow very repeatable.
Want confidence at longer distance? Square Up delivers clean kills from long range.
Before that, I would never shoot beyond 30 yards. Now I shoot out to 45. Comfortably.
Out of the tree stand, you know, when he's bending at the waist and doing everything he's supposed to do, he starts contorting his body. He's twisting that bow. Doesn't realize it, but with a square up on it, I mean, it's so pronounced that what you're doing, you need to correct before you make that shot.
Well, I'll take a shot out to 50 yards, you know, because I could see that my bow is lined up on the animal. And one shot kills.
Huge difference in my groups because my groups were sporadic. Even though I was new, which is understandable, they were sporadic around the target, but when I had the square up, I was getting 2-inch groups already, so it was great.
Eliminate bow torque. Your tightest groups ever. Confidence at long range. Be a better archer right now.
Got to give it a try. It's worth the money. You're going to love it.
It's going to make you a better shooter, and if you hunt, it's going to make you a better hunter.
The first 2-3 shots, it's going to make a big difference.
I mean, 2 arrows, and you're gonna see.
It really works. That's the consensus of all the people who shoot it. It really works.
Square Up when the shot counts.
Brought to you by Downwind Sense, rising above all others.
Downwind Scents, the leader in big game attractants, has again revolutionized the scent industry with 2 groundbreaking products. The new Buck Foam comes in many different attractants, covers a huge surface area, and our time-release technology lasts over 8 hours, keeping that trophy close to your stand and giving you the opportunity for success. Also, check out our new Buck Kano. It is dispersed like a fogger for great downwind dispersion, bringing them in nose first to your stand. Downwind Scents. Call today for a dealer near you.
This segment is brought to you by Cranford Manufacturing. The bear that we seen last night, we went back and looked at the trail cameras, and we think the bear that I seen last night is the same on a trail camera. It's a nice bear, but it's not the one that I personally am looking for. I've harvested bear in the past, and I've set a new goal for myself, and so I'm trying to reach that goal. And the harvest one that's right at the 300-pound mark or 18-inch skull. So we came into another bait site that got trail camera pictures of a bigger bear. They're right at dark or after dark. So we're gonna just take a chance tonight that he may come in a little bit earlier.
I think I may have hit him just a little bit low. I don't know. I don't know. That was him. Is it? Dirty dog. I think I may have just heard the death moon one time. I heard one moan. I found it hard. Just I seen him standing out there, boy. He's a good one, that's for sure.
If you watch that shot, I would bet money that I missed that bear. The only thing that kind of really saved me was I thought a half a death moan. I actually even sent my wife a text that I had missed Mr. Big, but when I got down, we found a little bit of blood, and we went 50 yards and there was blood. And look here, right here. I think I just killed my Poping Young black bear. He's a good one. Right there, I mean, I was doubting from the time I let the arrow go. I knew the shot was low, but fortunately, the good Lord helped us out on this one. It was real windy, and as soon as that wind died, when he come in, look at the head on this one. Oh, that's a big old bear right there, boy. That's the one we've been after. That's him. The head on him. One broke off. Oh, it is. Oh my goodness. Covered a lot of ground. We always celebrate with a Dr. Pepper and Reese cup. That's the way she goes. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people celebrate different ways. My way is a Dr. Pepper and Reese cup.
Right. That sounds all right to me.
Brought to you by Walt Eager Service Center. Car repairs you can trust.
You wait for that one shot all year long. Don't let this be you. Introducing the revolutionary Square Up. Better accuracy from the moment you put it on your bow. Just put your pin on the target and make sure it's in the Square Up sight window. You'll stop bad shots before they happen. Shoot your tightest groups ever and have more confidence from long range.
2 arrows, and you're gonna see it really works.
Visit squareuparchery.com.
Word of the week brought to you by Walt Eagers Service Center. Car repairs you can trust.
Now that bear just ran off. He's about 40 yards to my right. And he let out 11 death moans. And that bear is no more than 40, 45 yards tops. So what I'm going to do now is it's starting to get a little bit darker. I'm going to see if I can pick up his trail and find him. And as long as I got good camera light, what I'll do is I'll video that.
Well, unfortunately, last night we didn't have the proper lighting when we retrieved the bear. And the point I want to make is that it's not so much the size of the animal, but it's your personal goals that are important. If this bear was 100 pounds, that would be fine. I would like to also say that between all the hunts that I've been on, this has been one of the most fulfilling just because of the fact that I accomplished what I set out to do. And the bottom line is this bear here just might score.
You know, the really cool thing about this hunt is we both had an opportunity to fulfill one of our goals that we had, and that was for us to both harvest a bear bigger than what we've harvested before. And I think that's really kind of key. You got your bear the very first night that you were here, and it was just a great hunt.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we both come up with that same goal to harvest the biggest bear that we've taken so far, and we accomplished that goal. And I'll tell you, it was really meaningful to me.
You can't get much better. Spending time on the Miramichi River.
It's beautiful.
Look at the river behind us. It's just awesome. But you know, it's so important, you know, as men and as individuals as we go through life, that we set goals for ourselves. And everybody's goals are different. You know, I've harvested several bear, and one of my goals was to harvest, you know, a 300-pound plus, and possibly make the book. And I think this one might do it. And so everybody has different goals. The key is set a goal and then go for it. And although everybody's goals may be different, it's still a goal that you and I have set. And I'm glad to be able to spend the time with a Mossy Oak Pro staffer, Mossy Oak family, and spend some time hunting with you. We met in Iowa at a camp and started that friendship there, and the friendship just continues. Bruce, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure too.
Yes, it
This
has.
just continues the memories.
Continues the memories.
You know?
Etching new memories into the hearts and lives of people in the outdoor industry, in the outdoor family, and that's really what it's all about. Well, thanks for watching this week's show, and we'll catch you right back here the next time.
It's 4 a.m. and I can hardly sleep. That big gobbler keeps strutting in my dreams. I saw him go to roost in the tree last night. I praise waiting for the hardwood tea. My truck's loaded up and my bow's all packed. I've got camo on and my calls in my pack. I can't wait to get there, yeah. Just can't